Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Okay,
Oh, you know,
let's get to business. Let's get to business.
this almost slipped up under my radar. This almost got up under my radar. We can't have none of that.
All right. So let me start by thanking my most incredible husband, Doug, for being an incredible partner to me, an incredible father to Cole and Ella. And happy anniversary, Dougie. I love you so very much. To our President Joe Biden.
I thought she was about to say our President Joe Biden.
That we have traveled together, Joe, I am filled with gratitude. Your record is extraordinary, as history will show, and your character is inspiring. And Doug and I love you and Jill and are forever thankful to you.
I hear that hot shit.
And to Coach Kim Walls, you are going to be an incredible vice president. And to the delegates and everyone who has put your faith in our campaign.
I mean, yo, this is literally like they spent all of this money to get these people up in here. You notice that Kamala didn't have no energy before they got that money. Now that they got that money and they spread that money around, paying these people $1 million to speak over here, this is disgusting, y'all. And if y'all can't see what's going on, if y'all can't see the banana's been slipped in the tailpipe, no freaky.
Your support is humbling. So, America, the path that led me here in recent weeks was no doubt unexpected. But I'm no stranger to unlikely journeys. So, our mother, Shamla Harris, had one of her own.
She had her welcome to 7-Eleven sister pop out.
And I miss her every day, and especially right now. And I know she's looking down, smiling.
They had Oprah up in this joint. This is her sister, right? Welcome to 7-Eleven. Welcome to 7-Eleven. Sorry.
I know that. So my mother was 19 when she crossed the world alone, traveling from India to California with an unshakable dream to be the scientist who would cure breast cancer. When she finished school, she was supposed to return home to a traditional arranged marriage. But as fate would have it, she met my father, Donald Harris, a student from Jamaica. They fell in love.
Another Indian.
And got married, and that act of self-determination made my sister Maya and me. Growing up, we moved a lot.
They selling us fentanyl, man.
I will always remember that big Mayflower truck.
This is disrespectful.
All our belongings ready to go to Illinois, to Wisconsin, and wherever our parents' jobs took us. My early memories of our parents together are very joyful ones. A home filled with laughter.
Now, y'all let me know when this bitch starts speaking about policy.
And music. Aretha, Coltrane, and Miles.
But no Indian music. That's weird as fuck.
At the park, my mother would say, "Stay close." But my father would say, as he smiled, "Run, Kamala, run. Don't be afraid. Don't let anything stop you."
I doubt he said it. They just manufacturing this shit as they move along. They just creating whatever story that they want, and that's it. You know, as if the real people don't understand the history of this shit. They just sell it. Yo, they really selling us this shit, and I think y'all already see the robbery about to try to take place. Y'all already, like, she spent all that money. She took damn near $1 billion of y'all money. She couldn't get 2,000 people in the room before they gave her that motherfucking money. Now look at this shit. You give me $2 million. Give me $1 million. Nah, they paying these motherfuckers $1 million to speak. I bet you Obama got at least $2 million to speak.
Earliest years.
Clinton probably got about $2 million. Hillary probably got $1.50.
He taught me to be
Megan Thee Stallion got $500,000. We know that, to shake her ass.
fearless. But the harmony between my
Kamala can't fill up. Let's be real, right? Everybody on the left. When was the last time you even had a Kamala conversation? You know what I mean? In the last 4 years, you haven't even invoked the Kamala. You had no reason to speak about this woman whatsoever. It's foul how they just doing this shit right in front of our face.
parents did not last. When I was in elementary school, they split up. And it was mostly my mother who raised us. Before she could finally afford.
Mostly your mother. Her father is still alive and left her life when she was 5 years old. Her father was not a part of her life. Donald J. Harris is still alive too. He ain't there.
Or to buy a home, she rented a small apartment in the East Bay. In the Bay, you either live in the hills.
How did your Indian children turn black overnight?
Or the flatlands. We lived in the flats. A beautiful working class neighborhood of firefighters, nurses, and construction workers. All who tended their lawns with pride. My mother, she worked long hours.
y'all let me know when she start talking about policy.
And like many working parents, she leaned on a trusted circle to help raise us.
Sound like she's selling us a fucking fiction story.
Mrs. Shelton, who ran the daycare below us and became a second mother. Uncle Sherman, Aunt Mary, Uncle Freddie, Auntie Chris. None of them family by blood, and all of them family by love.
Policy.
Family who taught us how to make gumbo, how to play chess.
Gumbo, chess.
And sometimes even let us win. Family who loved us, believed in us, and told us we could.
You ain't do nothing for them niggas.
Be anything and do anything.
What'd you do? Lock all the black men up.
They instilled in us the values they personified: community, faith, and the importance of treating others as you would want to be treated. With kindness.
They trying to turn this whole America shit right around.
Respect and compassion. My mother was a brilliant, 5-foot-tall, brown woman with an accent. And as the eldest child,
Welcome to 7-Eleven.
as the eldest child, I saw how the world would sometimes treat her.
Fables.
But my mother never lost her cool. She was tough, courageous, a trailblazer in the fight
What about that black daddy of yours?
for women's health. And she taught Maya and me a lesson that Michelle mentioned the other night. She taught us to never complain about injustice, but do something about it. Do something about it.
Hell no. Who's that? Alicia Keys?
That was my mother. And she taught us.
This black fist and
And
shit.
she also taught us.
She's clearly a drunk and a cokehead. You know what I'm saying?
She also taught us, and never do anything half-assed.
I can't believe they selling us this shit, man. This Dizzy Broad ain't said one thing about policy yet.
Is a direct quote. A rights movement. My
Yeah, right.
parents had met at a civil rights gathering, and they made sure that we learned about civil rights leaders, including the lawyers like Thurgood Marshall and Constance Baker Motley.
You know it's a crime to beat up a Chinese person?
Those who battled in the courtroom to make real the promise of America. So at
You beat all the black people you are. If you beat a black motherfucker up, it's all good. You could beat niggas up all day.
a young age, I decided I wanted to do that work. I wanted to be a lawyer.
You go get you a rat eater.
And when it came time to choose the type of law I would pursue, I reflected on a pivotal moment in my life. You see, when I was in high school, I started to notice something about my best friend Wanda.
By the way, people, let's not act like we don't know that all of this shit was written out for her.
She was sad at school, and there were times she didn't want to go home.
None of it is true.
So one day I asked if everything was all right, and she confided in me that she was being sexually abused by her stepfather.
Oh God. And now we finding out about this. She ruined it.
And I immediately told her she had to come stay with us, and she did. This is one of the reasons I became a prosecutor.
Oh, I swear to God, I thought she was going to say prostitute.
This is one of the reasons I became a prosecutor. To protect people like Wanda, because I believe everyone.
Wanda does not exist. A white dude with glasses that was drinking a fucking macchiato in Silicon Valley wrote this shit for her.
One has a right to safety, to dignity, and to justice.
She ain't said nothing about this country yet.
As a prosecutor, when I had a case, I charged it not in the name of the victim.
Sounds like she's bigging herself up this whole entire time so far. She ain't said nothing about nothing else except for her accomplishments and how well of a, Indian her mother was.
But in the name of the people. For a simple reason.
Said she really didn't even speak English. Still don't.
In our system of justice.
No respect for the country. Come over here, use all our resources. You know what I'm saying? And then got the nerve to still say, welcome to.
A harm against any one of us is a harm against all of us. And I would often explain.
Yeah, I change the setup up sometimes, I kind of like move everything to the, because if you pan to the right, you're gonna see barbecue sauce and paint and computers and shit. If you pan to the left, you might see these nuts.
This to console survivors of crime, to remind them no one should be made to fight alone. We are all in this together.
Who the fuck wrote this for? Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, please. We out here real late night. Normally I go around 6:30. My algorithm is not used this time. So if we double tap the screen and we get them likes up, it'll get used to me. No freaky.
And every day in the courtroom, I stood proudly before a judge and I said 5 words. Kamala Harris for the
I do not know Willie Brown.
people.
I don't know Willie Brown. Those are 5 words she should have been saying.
And to be clear, my entire career, I've only had one client, the people. And so, on behalf of the people, on behalf
The squeeze of inflation.
American, regardless of party, race, gender, or the language your grandmother speaks, on behalf of my mother and everyone who has ever set out on their own unlikely journey, on behalf of Americans like the people I grew up with, people who work hard, chase their dreams, and look out for one another. On behalf of everyone whose story could only be written in the greatest nation on earth, I accept
I
your
don't know what this bitch talking about.
nomination to be President of the United States
Oh, look at that one.
of America. Nomination to be President
Is he about to cry?
of the United
Oh my God. Do y'all see this shit? This shit is scary, y'all. Am I bugging out or is this shit fucking scary?
States of America.
This shit.
And with this election,
Motherfuckers up in there taking selfies. And all she did so far was big herself up. I mean, y'all can rewind this shit 1,000 times. That's all we seen so far. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, please.
and with this
They put that money into this concert.
election, our nation with this election has a precious fleet
She didn't have that bread. She wouldn't have this. She would still have 2,000 people in the room. It's that.
team opportunity to
As soon
move
as that check cleared, they start spending that money and put, Oprah, come on, let's get Oprah. Bill Clinton, let's get Bill Clinton. They went and got a bunch of fucking celebrities, yo. A bunch of celebrities, man. That is just disgusting. And spoke about, they got portable abortion machines. Like, who want to get their pussy scraped? Oh, God.
past
Outside of this shit. Portable, but like, who goes to the DNC to get an abortion, man? On-site abortions. Come on.
the bitterness,
She ruined it.
cynicism,
Ruined
and
it.
divisive battles of the past, a chance to chart a new way forward.
Oh, God, they ruined it.
Not as members of any one party or faction, but as Americans. And let me say, I know there are people of various political views watching tonight, and I want you to know, I promise to be a president for all Americans. You can always trust me to put country above party and self, to hold sacred America's fundamental principles,
I still don't know what she talking about.
from the rule of law to free and fair elections to the peaceful transfer of power.
And they telling them to applaud this, man. Y'all don't see what's going on in front of you. You on that Trump train, type one, man.
I will be a president
This is embarrassing.
who unites us
All those Kamala signs.
around our highest aspirations. A president who leads and listens, who is realistic, practical, and has common sense, and always fights for the American people.
This is her sucking her own dick for the last half hour.
From the courthouse to the White House, that has been my life's work. As a young courtroom prosecutor in
Beyonce, y'all, come on.
Oakland, California, I stood up for women and children against predators who abused them. As Attorney General of California, I took on the big banks,
No, you didn't.
delivered $20 billion
They're not even listening.
for middle-class families who faced foreclosure, and helped pass a homeowner
Still just talking about what she did.
Bill of Rights, one of the first of its kind in the nation. I stood up for veterans
No, you didn't.
and students being scammed by big for-profit colleges, for workers who are being cheated out of their wages, the wages they were due. For seniors facing elder abuse. I
Right.
fought against the cartels who traffic in guns and drugs and human beings.
Oh.
Who threaten
No, you don't. You the one letting them 25 million motherfuckers through our gates.
the security of
Are you fucking kidding me?
our border and the safety of our communities.
This bitch is up here just straight up lying.
And I will tell you, these fights were not easy.
Poor Kamala.
And neither were the elections that put me in those offices. We were underestimated at practically every turn. But we never gave up because the future is
I bet she ain't got no drawers on.
always worth fighting for.
Nitty, salute.
And that's the fight.
Now look at that shit. Stand up and applaud now. This is embarrassing as fuck. This is embarrassing, man. This is the best y'all could do. This is the best we could do, America. This is the best we could fucking do. Got Obama, got Michelle, got both Clintons, Bill and Hillary. You got Hillary up in this joint. You got Beyonce up in here. You got fucking Megan Thee Stallion twerking a funky clap having Jezebel ass. Big shout outs to Shaw Franks. Clap having Jezebel twerking on fucking stage, leaving her diseased pussy juice everywhere. BV, still smelling crazy. Mad baby oil in the house. Come on, man.
Democrats have mostly controlled this country. Trump had it for 4.
And they had it for 16 years. Blaming everything on, you know what I'm saying, my boy, the Donald.
The Obamas and Biden had it for the rest of the time. And somehow, it's still all Trump's
It's
fault.
all Trump's fault.
And somehow, she hasn't been at the center of it.
Donald Trump says this hands down he'll win. The greatest talking point of all time.
Word. I agree. Blame everything on Trump. As soon as he got in office. It's Trump's fault. He wasn't even in politics.
DEI shirt didn't earn it.
Didn't earn it.
Hey, gentlemen and ladies, just whooping them. This on CNN whooping them. I don't, this right here, what this gentleman is going to say, it sums up the entire campaign of Kamala Harris. And every American who really care or have any common sense, unless you just vote the party line, this should be a contributing factor to how you vote and who you decide to vote for. I don't know why everybody's not talking about this. Donald Trump, during his debate, during his speeches, should use this talking point every
D.L. Hughley, you're a fucking sellout, coon.
single time. Because it's the most relevant, the most accurate, and the most consistent talking point about why Kamala Harris should have no chance in presidency, or the Democrats. Don't listen to me, Roland Cliff.
In all these speeches, as good as they were, is that she's in the White House right now. Democrats have controlled the White House for 12 of the last 16 years. And for all of the talk about division and the problems of the country and people are hurting, Democrats have mostly controlled this country. Trump had it for 4. The Obamas and Biden had it for the rest of the time. And somehow, it's still all Trump's fault. And somehow, she hasn't been at the center of it. So to me, that's still the glaring hole in this campaign that hasn't yet been solved at the convention. How do you explain all of the problems that will be solved by the person who is currently in there for the last 3.5 years, who is supposed to already be working on solving it? But
You see, none of them could even speak. None of them even wanted to rebut that because it's the truest statement of all time. Now, they spent the whole...
You can't rebuttal the truth. We can't rebuttal the truth. We can't act like we didn't see goofy Joe Biden up there blundering. Blundering.
Losing it, and the DNC lunacy has really kicked into gear. We've even got NBA coach Steve Kerr,
Watch this shit.
He was there and he had a message for Donald Trump.
In the words of the great Steph Curry, we can tell Donald Trump, night, night.
No. The Warriors
Yeah, who put him up to it?
coach had a lot more to say than just that. He spoke about why he was there, making a fool of himself, why he backs the Democrats. He explained
Get them niggas, Rita.
what he looks for in a leader.
I believe that leaders must display dignity.
What gives this dude, Steve Kerr? Good man, go do a jump shot, bro. You wasn't nobody since you was doing jump shots for the fucking Bulls. Okay?
I believe
They just pull anybody out here.
that leaders must tell the truth.
Got it. Dignity and truth. Let's get a dose of that with the leader that Steve Kerr backs right now, Joe Biden, who spoke
Now watch this.
sometime
Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up. Hey, yo, Dem, watch this.
after Kerr. It was way past his bedtime and it was a manic, incoherent rant. He told women they had no electrical or electoral power. Try to figure this out.
Women are not without electrical, not allowed,
Y'all.
they're not without electrical,
And they were mad at me when I played it back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not without electrical, not allowed, they're not without. Women are not without electrical, not allowed.
y'all gotta look at his mouth. Look at his mouth. No freaky.
Try to figure this out.
Now look, I'm gonna just zoom in real quick just to be really obnoxious, right? Just to show y'all that this shit is coming out of his mouth.
Women are not without electrical, not allowed, they're not without. Women are not without electrical, not allowed, they're not without.
Now I know that can be kind of petty, right? But look, we talking about the motherfucker that run this world.
Electoral or political power.
Oh man, he ruined it. Look at his face. Look at his face. Look like he shattered his pants, right? Oops, I'm biting. Oops, I'm kind of sleepy. I'm with a lot to electrical.
Not allowed, not without electoral.
Not without.
Electoral.
See what I'm saying? And they get mad at me. You heard that sound in the background? I played it for you yesterday, man.
Not allowed.
Like you can hear a pin drop in there. Unfortunately, it was somebody's head just dropped.
Not without.
Watch.
Electoral.
Bow right there. See it?
Or
Look.
not without electoral.
And then they laugh at him, the crowd. This is embarrassing.
Or
He was like, oops, I pootied.
political power.
Look at his face. Peanut butter in his drawers.
Electoral.
Oops. Do that.
Not
Come on, this is
without.
too easy, my nigga. I mean, come on. Think about what Kim Jong-un and them's doing. Them niggas got the automatic rewind.
Electoral.
Look.
Political power.
Oh, man. Like people, look, what?
No kidding.
No kidding. Look. Look at the demon come out.
No kidding.
Oh.
No kidding. But let's just get back to that dignity thing Steve Kerr
Yeah.
was talking about. Dignity and
Steve Kerr. Go take a jump shot, bro.
truth. And here we see that sort of glorious dignity of Biden repeating verifiable lies
Yeah.
to sow racial division. And in doing so, he even invoked the name of his dead son. It's not very dignified in my book.
And chanting the same exact anti-Semitic bile
Look at him.
that was heard in Germany in the early.
He forgot that he was in front of a crowd. He thought he was in front of the
Same exact anti-Semitic bile that was heard in Germany in the early 30s.
Disgusting.
Neo-Nazis, white supremacists, the Ku Klux Klan.
And then we act like we don't hear this shit.
When the president was asked what he thought had happened, Donald Trump said, and I quote, "There are very fine people on both sides. My God."
Look, my God.
That's what he said. That is what he said and what he meant. That's what I realized. After listening to the admonition of my dead son, I could not stay in the sidelines. So I ran.
So dignified, so truthful, so full of joy. That demented diatribe was, of course, devoid of fact. We told you that years ago. It's all on video.
No, Trump did not call neo-Nazis and white supremacists very fine people. Fact check.
The fine people hoax is just that. Trump
I tell you, they say anything.
did condemn the neo-Nazis
That's why you got motherfuckers like me. Double tap the screen, get the lights up.
and racists.
You're on that Trump train and it's late night. Double tap that screen. Let's get my lights up for me. Hit them three dots at the top right of your screen. And then type 1 if you're on that Trump train. These motherfuckers lunatics.
Equivocally.
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group.
Unequivocally.
And you had people, and I'm not talking about the neo-Nazis and the white nationalists, because they should be condemned totally. But you had many people in that group other than neo-Nazis and white nationalists, okay? And the press has treated them absolutely unfairly.
And yet, years later,
Wow. Receipts don't lie. People do.
the Democrats from Joe Biden down continue to push that dangerous, divisive lie, even after President Trump
My nigga say he off that night train. Salute to you. Captain Obvious in the building too.
was almost assassinated. It's beyond
Share this video, man. It's late night, but we don't give a fuck.
despicable. But Steve Kerr thinks it's dignified and full of truth
Where's my nigga B1? B1 up in here?
and unity.
Let me say my man B1, the motherfucking Adiuto.
Now, John
The Matruski.
also seemed confused because he credited himself and particularly Kamala for reopening schools during the pandemic.
During the pandemic, Kamala helped states and cities get back their schools back open.
Kamala helped get the
There's no such thing, Republicans for Harris. Shoot that person, please. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I'll give you a staggering fact. You never met a person that was Republican and turned to a Democrat. You only see Democrats turn to Republicans. I've never seen one person that was a Republican that decided to turn back into a fucking Democrat. Impossible.
schools back open. Really? Do the Democrats think we have forgotten they ran attack ads against Donald Trump for wanting to reopen
Open the school, let our kids breathe.
schools? Remember this?
Desperate to reopen schools because he thinks it will save his re-election,
We have to open the schools.
Critical shortage of PPE.
threatening their funding,
When they don't open their schools, we're not going to fund them.
ignoring how the virus spreads, risking teachers' and parents' lives,
And everything he said, we found out to be true and sound.
going against the
Every fucking thing. And found out these people been lying to us. But yet they still stay there, man. What has been done to y'all people that's been so fucked up that you are almost like Stockholm syndrome fucking victims. Like you're holding yourself hostage with this bullshit.
advice of experts.
It's a very little impact on young people.
Trump was 100% right that the virus had very little impact on young, healthy kids, and schools should have never been closed. And that was only
Thank you. You turned our kids to weirdos. These motherfuckers were turning into weirdos. Plus, they was peeking into people's lives because now you see bitches ass naked running around the crib, yelling in front of the kids. You seen all these people did. You know how many bitches went to jail because of them fucking computers?
one of the many, many verifiable lies uttered on the DNC stage by Biden and others. Indeed, the whole thing seemed to be less about Kamala and Walls and the Democrats' vision, and really all about Trump, Trump, Trump.
Trump, Donald Trump,
Donald Trump,
Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump,
Donald Trump, Donald Trump, Donald Trump,
Donald Trump, Donald Trump.
Trump, Trump.
Who in the hell does he think he is? Who does he think he is?
Despicable. You know what I'm saying, Madge? This despicable. What's today? Is today Friday or something? Because these niggas is bumping music out here like it's Friday. What day of the week is this, y'all? Can y'all please tell me in the chat?
Is.
Indeed, there was very little.
It's like 12 o'clock. These niggas outside bumping music. Normally that shit happen on the weekends. These niggas is active tonight.
And at the DNC about the big issues facing the country.
First property, salute.
Throughout the day, there was only 3 mentions of inflation, only 8 of the border,
Hey, I got some personal shit to tell y'all, man. Oh, it's Thursday? All right, thank you. B1 is in the building. Do you want me to send you the link, B1? It's a private link. Check it out. I got some personal stuff that I want to explain to y'all today. If y'all want to hear about it, if y'all want to hear my personal shit, so I can like violate and disrespect some people, like without being judged. Here, if this is a safe place for me to dump my private business, type 1 in the chat. Can I dump my private business on y'all and y'all give me some personal advice? Just let me know if y'all like me like that. Can I trust you guys?
6 mentions of crime, but more than 140 mentions of Donald Trump. They seem a tad obsessed. And get ready for more leftist content with my next guest, who is playing a dangerous game with leftist agitators in Chicago. Here he is starting a chant with these clowns before revealing to them that he is in fact pro-Israel.
DNC! DNC! Get behind the mics, please. All me us behind the mics.
Chicago is journalist and documentary filmmaker Army Horowitz. Army, you've already been assaulted by anti-Israeli activists this year.
Yeah, my bad, y'all. Let me get back to this Officer Tatum joint real quick. Give me a second, putos. Because there ain't nothing but a bunch of putos that I'm talking to right now. All right. B1, I try to send it to you. It's not able to send it while I'm on the phone for some reason. You know what I'm saying? It's a private link from YouTube.
DNC bashing Trump and saying it's all his fault. They cannot, I'm gonna play the clip of it, just so y'all know, just so you don't think Brandon made this up. They can't accept what he just said. They had the country for 16 years. Black people, look at me. I need the big screen.
Word,
Black people.
word. Talk to these niggas.
They've had your vote for the last 60 years.
For real. Just violating us. Just telling your grandparents and everybody else, we're gonna do this for you, we're gonna do that for you. And I can understand, you know, like I'd rather you just be one of those people that don't expect nobody to do shit for you, you know? But when they dupe you and they dupe your family and then you see the effects of it in your own family, you start to get offended by this shit. You start to look at it for what it's really worth. You be like, damn, like this is how you've been getting us. You've been getting us with the banana and the tailpipe. And we've been going for it voluntarily. How do I remedy this? Well, just research. This is why I do what I do. I be hoping to trigger somebody to go study. I be hoping to keep constantly saying the one thing and somebody actually goes look at it. Because at the end of the day, man, what do you have? What are we working with here? We're working with people that can accept the truth, and we have people that refuse to see the obvious truth, right? So sometimes you can give a person all the facts in the world, and those motherfuckers might be smart enough to go break it down and figure out that it's not sound, it's wrong. But guess what? The lie sometimes is more comfortable and easy to manage. For real, for real. It's easier to just close your ears and say, you know what, fuck that. I don't want to hear nothing you guys say because I'm emotionally charged. Let's talk about that. Let's get to these emotions I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them facts you talking about, because at the end of the day, it's easier for me to absorb this lie. Why would I want to go see something after going at these people for so many years? Why would I want to see something that'll make me appear wrong? You know? Charged by my emotions anyway. This is how they're getting us. Through our emotions and our inability to research.
And y'all still complaining about the communities not being, y'all have voted for Democrats unanimously, almost unanimously, for like 60 years. And now all of a sudden, Kamala Harris is gonna make it better? 60 years. And Black people, I think the Black community is not as further, they're not far along like they should be.
Yeah.
The schools aren't getting any better.
Yeah.
Violence is definitely not getting any better.
Yeah.
Single motherhood is not getting any better. None of these things, black people are going in the wrong direction. And the Democrats supposed to solve
Fact, obvious.
it this time. That's like the man that beat his wife up all the time. And she keep going back to back to back. This time
Project 2025 doesn't have nothing to do with us.
he ain't gonna hit me. This time he told me he loved me. This time he's going to counseling. This time his mama said he's changed.
Y'all better pay attention to this, man.
I think the black community is not as further, they're not far along like they should be. The schools aren't getting any better. The violence is definitely not getting any better. Single motherhood is not getting any better. None of these things, black people are going in the wrong direction. And the Democrats supposed to solve it this
Well, I did see that y'all said that this would be a safe place for me to dump my personal business. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Why are we 300 pounds?
Yeah, but the personal problem I'm having is that a nigga is out here trying to eat my dick and I'm not gay. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm saying. He's on the internet all day lying on me, lying upon me. I mean, he wants to eat my dick. This man, him and his girl want to take turns, you know what I'm saying, on weird shit. And I'm just trying to figure out how to manage this.
That's like the man that beat his wife up all the time. And she keep going back to back to back. This time.
Now, he talking about the Democrats. He talking about the Democrats on how they operate. You've been lied to, beaten up, dogged out. Hey, these motherfucking Democrats was the reason why we had slaves. These motherfuckers was going, They went to Africa and snatched up a bunch of motherfucking black people. And guess what? When it was time for them to end slavery, they used the black people on the front line. Then they used the black people on the front line to go kill off the Indians and steal all their gold and shit out there in the West. Oh, yeah, they went out there, they used the black people. Now we need y'all. We're going to end slavery. We're going to put y'all on the front line. Yeah, you 3/4 of a man. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. You know what I mean? But so we're going to throw you out there up front.
Further, they're not far along like they should be. The schools aren't getting any better. The violence is.
I was going to discuss my personal business, but I'm going to be quite frank with y'all. Very blunt. I discuss most of my personal business on my other channel. That's MacMean TSTV. Go subscribe right now. I promise you. You know what? Let me give you an example of me exposing some of my personal business. Look, let me show you. MacMean. We're going to go right back to this. TSTV. All right. Now, just a little while ago, I was out here acting stupid on the intranets. You want to know why? Because these people want to bother me, man. Let me hit the like for my own video. Check it out. These people want to bother me, man. So I embarrassed them.
That bitch. Yeah, you must still love that bitch. That big, wide football playing looking bitch. And y'all.
Yeah, I do shit like that over there. Check it out. If you into that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? Then you go ahead and I'm gonna drop the link in the chat, and you could just go subscribe to that channel. All right. Let's get back to this.
Democrats have mostly controlled.
My bad.
Evidence of changing. Quit
All right.
wrong like they should be. The schools aren't getting any better. The violence is definitely not getting any better. Single motherhood is not getting any better. None of these things, black people are going in the wrong direction. And the Democrats supposed to solve it this time. That's like the man that beat his wife up all the time. And she keep going back to back to back. This time he ain't gonna hit me. This time he told me he loved me. This time he's going to counseling. This time his mama said he's changed. He ain't changed. This time he ain't going. He has shown you
Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, please.
no evidence of changing. Quit trying to be hopeful and look at the facts. They ain't changing. And you know that man that's whooping you every night? When he done with you, he finna go get somebody else. That's all he gonna do. He ain't finna recover your emotions. He not finna build your community. He not finna help your schools. He just gonna move on to the Hispanics.
Facts.
The Democrat abuser is gonna move on to the Hispanic population. Because they don't need.
Now, my other channel's pinned over there. Go ahead. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up. I see 50 likes. We need more than that. We need likes to go up. Venezuela wants to dink. Let me think about that. If Venezuela don't say nothing stupid, I'm going to drop the link.
Need you no more. They ain't gonna fix it for you. They're not going to counsel it for you. They're not going to change. They moving on. That's what they're doing. Of how they just literally went on a rampage and bashed Donald Trump. And with what
And my dog Cha-Cha
I ain't gonna lie, this part right here was embarrassing.
likes her. Dogs are good judges of character. So are cats. We cannot elect a president. I fled communism from Nicaragua when I was 8 years old. I don't take it lightly. And let me tell you what communist dictators do. And it's never just for one day. They attack the free press. They call them the enemy of the people, like Ortega does in Nicaragua.
These some angry motherfuckers.
They put their unqualified relatives in cushy government jobs so they can get rich of their positions, like the Castros do in Cuba. And they refuse
That's a fact. Free Nicaragua.
accept legitimate elections when they lose and call for violence to stay in power, like Maduro is doing right now in Venezuela. Now, you tell me something. Do any of those things sound familiar? Is there anybody running for president who reminds you of that? And I know one thing, it's not Kamala Harris. That is not the America we love.
That's
It's
a fact,
not the
Nina.
land of freedom we treasure. Last night,
That's a fact. She below ghetto.
we heard President Biden
That's a fact. That's a fact.
say that he loves his job, but he loves his country more. Every American needs to love our country more. Every American has the duty to put our country first.
You hear this fake shit? Venezuela, come up here and answer for this shit.
First before party, country first before political ambition, country first before habit. And in this election,
I wonder who taught her all this English, Venezuela.
putting country first means one thing and one thing only: voting for Kamala Harris.
Now, unfortunately,
Shit was star-studded.
we know what comes next. We know folks are going to do everything they can to distort her truth.
How much did they pay these people? Hold on, let me see.
My husband and I sadly know a little something about this. For years, Donald Trump did everything in his power to try to make people fear us. See, his limited, narrow view of the world made him feel threatened by the existence of two hardworking, highly educated, successful people.
It was $75 million just for the security.
Who happen to be black. I want to know.
They drank the Kool-Aid.
Who's gonna tell him that the job he's currently seeking might just be one of those black jobs?
The fuck she talking about?
Here's a 78-year-old billionaire who has not stopped whining about his problems since he rode down his golden escalator 9 years ago. It has been a constant stream of gripes and grievances that's actually been getting worse now that he's afraid to lose.
Kerry Washington, D.L. Hewley. Oh my God.
There's the childish nicknames, the crazy conspiracy theories, this weird obsession with crowd sizes.
Let's get the lights up. Double tap the screen. I hear all that, but let's look at some black shit real quick. You know what I'm saying? Being that we should, you know, real quick. This is Umar Johnson, man. I want y'all to hear what he got to say real quick. He's trying to kick
They
knowledge.
help us because in African culture, guess what? Our ancestors are our angels. That's how you get the 256 energy patterns.
Okay, I want y'all to hear this real. Very interesting. Shit just popped up. Being that I'm looking for black stuff. I'm starting to like black stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so I believe, voodoo has gotten a really bad name through Hollywood, through miseducation. After the Haitian Revolution, the white man went out of his way to destroy the respect.
There go that white man again.
And the love and the adoration that African people had towards traditional African spirituality. And that's why when people hear the word voodoo, they think of zombies and raising dead people and putting hexes on people. It's not about that. Now, I'm Ifa, which is separate. Ifa is Nigeria. It's called Fa in Benin and voodoo in Benin. In fact, Benin is the voodoo capital. When I visited Benin, we actually went to the hometown of Toussaint L'Ouverture because he was from Benin. So a lot of your Haitians come from Benin, Angola, Togo, right in that area, Nigeria. Same thing with Haiti, Jamaica, same kind of thing. In Puerto Rico.
Nah, I'm playing for a reason. It's going to get deep real quick. I'm going to go back.
So it became something.
Scamming ass Umar.
Palo, Lukumi,
He came out here.
Voodoo, Ifa, Fa. These are all different names. Candomblé. These are all different names for different denominations of almost a singular.
This nigga been scamming the people forever. You know what I'm saying? Another poison.
Freaking faith in that they have way more in common than they have that is not in common.
This is where you got Ifa Tunde.
Right.
Ogun.
Absolutely. I got Ifa Tunde, Ogun Tade. There's a village. I might want to visit it if you get a chance.
Oh, nah, dude going G-check the fuck out, son.
South Carolina. Are you flying to
Man, me in the building. What's up, Bobo?
Savannah or Charleston? It's in it's in Sheldon, South Carolina, the Oyotunji African Village, oyotunji.org, OYOTUNJI. I went there November 11th for 2019. Had my first divination at Chief Lifetime. He's now an ancestor, rest in peace. And he named me.
Listen to this, it's gonna get deep.
In communication with.
And I know about a lot of stuff. My sister's into this. A lot of people in my family's into the
divinity. So when God created the universe, there was
AKA Sandaria.
One spirit that God allowed to witness all of creation. Only one spirit. That divinity is called Ifa or Orumila. Orum means heaven.
Yeah, Trump could be classified sometimes.
Elah means messenger. Orumila is the messenger of God. He would be the voice, the energy, not a man. And this is how African spirituality differs from the religions. Because the religions follow a heroic human agency. Abraham came, Moses came, Joshua came, Jesus came, Noah came, Muhammad came. African spirituality, we're not required to believe in the divinity of any human being. It's all spirit. So Orumila is a spirit that we've never seen. And it is through Orumila. Orumila brought the wisdom to man of the universe. Ifa is the universal system that controls everything in existence. So the name of God in Yoruba is Olodumare. Olodumare literally means the owner of the source of all creation. What is the source? Ifa. There are 16 feminine energies that God used to create everything in the world. 16 times 16 is 256. So there's 256 energy patterns that created everything on earth. You, me, the lights, good, evil, light, darkness, the fish, the water, the elephants, the plants, war, peace. Everything was birthed from these 16 Odus or energy powers, forces, right? And then they multiply because they interact with each other. That's how you get the 256 energy patterns. Every one of us is born under an energy pattern.
I don't know, coming up. I just be trying to just do shit to make people vote. That's all.
That guides your destiny on this earth. And the reason the system is called E5, because E5 means destiny. Before you incarnated, before you came to the womb of your mother, you was in heaven. You sat at the feet of God and you chose a purpose for being here. When you were born, you lost the knowledge of why you came. And the reason we communicate with Orumila, because remember, Orumila witnessed creation. Orumila knows the end of everything. Orumila knows when I'm going to die, when he's going to die, how many kids you're going to have, if you're going to live in Canada for the rest of your life, how long it's going to take the African people to reclaim Africa, how long the sun going to be in the sky, how long the planets are going to exist. Orumila knows everything because God gave him the wisdom to know the ends. So when you get a spiritual reading of divination, it is the spirit of Orumila that opens up your future because Orumila already knows what's going to happen. God gave him that blessing. And Orumila communicates to the priest, the priestess to say, okay, he's about to walk into a very good situation in the next 5 years, but he needs to do some things to make sure he
we heard you, Explorac.
gets his blessing and it doesn't pass you by. Because even though God has something in store for you, you can miss it if you are not living correctly. There might be something bad in store for you, but guess
Stacy the Lord.
what? Through certain sacrifices, you can actually avoid that. So with African spirituality, we differ from the world religion.
You got big wrenches around this fucking YouTube shit, man. Y'all better put some fucking respect on Stacy Galore.
There's in 3 main areas. Number one, we can do something about our future besides just praying about it. There's spiritual remedies.
Is Dr. Umar or is Umar Johnson out here selling snake oil?
Mathematically precise spiritual remedies to deal with certain things. We don't have to pray. We pray, but we can also manipulate the forces of the universe to bring about a desired end and pray. But we can also manipulate the forces of the universe to bring about a desired end in a way that is supported by Almighty God, right? So that's one, divination. Number two, the balance of masculine and feminine. Christianity.
Man, I wonder if Jesus gave him them pants.
See, Islam, Judaism, God is always masculine. All power is in the hands of masculinity, not
and he put a crease in them.
An African culture. God is the owner of the masculine and the feminine. So we can call on God the mother as much as we will call on God the father. So African spirituality still has the balance of male and female. And we would argue one of the reasons why there hasn't been more good done through religion is religion has deprived us of the feminine principle. Yeah. And the third reason, a third difference in this.
Sound like you're trying to turn gay to me.
Many. But a third one is ancestral veneration.
The grizzly.
In Christianity and Islam, there's no space.
Umar Johnson selling snake oil. Double tap the screen to get the lights up.
For ancestors, even though you're calling on all these people from the Bible. In our culture, our ancestors played
my other channel's pinned at the top, Mac Mean TSTV. That's where you get all my personal shit. That's where I really let it go.
Guiding role, and they can play a decisive role in our life and whether we fulfill our destiny. So
I sent you the link, Puto.
Being black matters. Being African matters. Being from my family.
I can't put it in the chat. It's a private link. I sent it to you privately.
Matters. And we call on our undead because nobody dies.
Come on, hit the link, Puto.
Our undead.
You scared of this black man?
Call on them to help.
Venezuela scared of this black man.
But because in African culture, guess what? Our ancestors are our angels. They're the ones with the wings on their back. They're the ones looking over our shoulder. They're the ones who intercede to God on our behalf.
Is that where Black Panther took that from?
Absolutely.
Got you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So next question from Michael G. Brother Umar,
this shit about to turn up because they about to
articulated the generational problems. Do you have any active and effective solution in place or
Yo, Splash, you know anything about Dr. Dumar Johnson?
That could have general
DMW shots in the building. Salute. Lanskeezy, my brother.
impact.
Well, number one, education in schools, obviously, from a psychological perspective. Until we have a psychological revolution, we won't have any other kind. Until you change the way Black people think, you change nothing about us. Our problems, we have the money. We got all the educated people.
But we can't work together.
You understand? We got the intelligence. We got we got what we need. The only resource we're missing is the psychological resource. Black people are not committed. Black people don't believe in themselves. White power has convinced us we can't beat it. You see that? White power has convinced us we can't beat it. And this is a big reason why. A lot of Black men are dating white women.
Let's get to the snow buddy.
Because the white woman, stay with me. The white woman is the Black man.
I don't know nobody I know that got a white woman, but
surrender flag. When I walk into a party with my white wife,
I mean, niggas be smashing them snow bunnies, you heard? But
when I go on vacation with my white wife, when I go into a job interview with my white wife, when I go to a business dinner with my white wife, I'm communicating to
Dr. Umar on live at a slot machine begging like a bum.
the white man that as much as I can be, I am one of you and I am on your side because look at who I'm sleeping with. The white woman is a symbol of the black man's masculine surrender.
Snake oil.
You think so?
But organization.
Yeah.
You should be.
You
Explore that.
can't solve any problem without being organized.
I'm scared too, man. Too black, too strong.
Until we organize, we don't solve any problem. So when he said, what's the next step? Organize. In other words, where's the study group at in Toronto? How often are black men coming together to study and to also discuss our issues and plot a course forward? Where is the black bank in Toronto? Or can we start a credit union? Or could we start a SUSU where every black man in this cipher is going to put $100 in a month, and once we get $100,000, we're going to buy a building so we got a place where we can organize our people, take care of our young folks. Institutions are 50% of the solutions. Institutions, school, bank, hospital, supermarket, manufacturing, distribution. If we ain't talking institutions, we're not serious about solutions. And the reason why we can't change our people's behavior is in order to change behavior, you got to have control over the institutions that they need, right? If I want to work for the white man, he's going to tell me how to dress. He's going to tell me how to look. He's going to tell me how to talk. And I'm going to do it because I want that job, or I want that free food, or I want that housing. You can only control people's behavior when you got something they need. We don't do anything for our people. Why the hell would they listen to you?
That's a fact.
Until you can provide them with what they need, you'll never get their attention.
So I have
Hustle
a
talk.
quick question. Actually, it's two questions.
So introduce yourself to the audience.
Oh, my name is Iman. I'm the owner of Activated Studios, Competent Construction, Activated Estate,
Fuck wrong with his mouth.
Activated Trucking. I do multiple things.
Powerful.
Oh, that's okay. I get it.
Piece of Pan-Africanism.
Yes, sir.
But I would say, when you're trying to organize your family, like the men in the family, the women in the family, so many different ways of thinking. How does somebody go about that? Because it's very hard to get to the meat of the situation because, like you said earlier, it's a lot of bickering,
No freaky.
different situations at hand that's irrelevant, really. But we just can't get past that to create something economically so we can just grow as a family to, obtain power. Let's say political power.
Yes, sir.
Or anything like
He got dreads, so I'm pretty sure he's really vested.
that. So that's one. And the next question is, what would you say to somebody who in a hood, the neighborhood, right? Where they think no one is bigger than a hood and, you have to be of the hood because you're from the hood.
Right.
I don't know about that.
So
That first
I don't know what these niggas be talking about. That's what I'm saying.
question with the family.
That's what I'm to me.
That's a good question, and it's tough because family is the source of everybody's trauma.
Right.
Any issue we have, addiction, smoking, suicide, low self-esteem, it started in that family.
Word.
It's going to be difficult to organize your family without first addressing those traumas.
Word.
Right.
If you got unacknowledged sex abuse in that family, you got unacknowledged emotional abuse, you got unacknowledged adultery, you got unacknowledged betrayal, unacknowledged theft, unacknowledged sabotage. And nobody organizes. It's going to be a fight popping off every 5 minutes, an argument, right?
Right.
Same thing with the larger community. Same thing, right? We just go into the microcosm. So for me, if I'm trying to organize my family,
That's software.
I'm only going to go to 4 or 5 people who I know I can
We
trust.
already know what happens with software of a computer. This shit could be pretty as fuck, but if that software ain't clicking, that's the brain.
And we're going to get organized first, come up with the blueprint.
He owes people a school, and Jay Morrison owes people property. 2 facts.
And then the relatives that they're
But watch when they ask him about the school, because it's coming. It's coming.
closest with, they're going to.
This one spikes up because this dude got like 3,000 subs. This interview went viral. Yeah, he up.
Pull in one by one. The worst
I can
thing,
imagine what the comments are saying. Let me see what the comments read like. This dude has no business debating with Dr. Umar. Dr. Umar, yes or no? Dope. Does hip hop glamorize sexual exploitation of black women? Dude with braids. It's popularized but not glamorized. Yeah, I think that he get the best of dude
you
today.
can do with your family. The worst thing we can do with black people is invite everybody to the table at the same time. That's a recipe for disaster. Get the ones who want to win and get the ones who ain't necessarily concerned later. problem we make in Black America with our families and with our communities, we assume everybody has the same level of commitment to our struggle. And we know that ain't the truth. Why are you starting with people who got little concern? Get the ones who got big concern. I'd rather have 3 people who I know are ride or die than 3,000 who I know I can't trust.
All facts so far.
But your second question, which is another good question, which I think is something that we ain't dealt with enough. And that is this tendency for Black
speaking about them tendencies. Hey, get the kids out the room.
People, Black men in particular, to elevate their loyalty to the hood above their loyalty to Black folks. You see this in the hip hop.
What if I told?
I don't see that. I ain't hear this part. Let me see what you talking about. Cause that sounds crazy. Like loyalty to the hood more than these niggas ain't got no loyalty to nothing.
You see hip hop artists basically saying without saying it, because they don't want to go too far.
These niggas ain't got no loyalty to the hood. You not seen First 48? These motherfuckers will rat on each other so quick. Even the Venezuelans is ratting on each other now. Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up, man. Hey, these motherfuckers ain't got no loyalty to nothing.
I'm loyal to hip hop.
Loyal to hip? You ain't loyal to nothing.
I ain't loyal to Black people. You almost feel it.
They ain't loyal to Black people. They ain't loyal to hip hop. They ain't loyal to the streets. These niggas ain't loyal to their baby mamas, their kids.
You almost feel it, right?
We are lost, nigga. We are some lost ass niggas. What are you talking about? We lost. And guess what? Some of these niggas is banking on the ones that got something to give. Just like Brother Polite. Remember Brother Polite was out here pimping y'all?
Like, yeah, we might kill and talk about shooting this.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Snakes, speak some good shit, man. I'm a snake charmer though, man. Yeah.
Sex and the women, but that's what hip hop is. Oh.
They used to have a saying, leave a garbage can, get a steak.
Okay, but it's negatively impacted the community. And they almost want to say, I don't give a shit. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That's fact. So my thing is,
but he's right.
This. If the Black community cannot rehabilitate and
I'll slap the shit out of one of these rappers and then take their chain. Annie up. I'm from that type. Yeah, I'm from Crenshaw Mafia, bitch. Feel me? I'll take your chain off your neck. Yap that fool. Annie up, kidnap that fool. Get him. Yeah, I'll choke one of these niggas.
Anchor hip-hop culture back in...
Motherfuckers got turquoise guns now, man. And they shoot like regular guns. Believe it or not.
To the community that birthed
shit could kill you.
Yeah. We're going to have to destroy it.
And it's funny you say that because right here at the studio, Activated Studios, I had those same conversations.
Okay, we know it's your studio, my boy. You know what I mean?
With different artists. And like I said, a lot of them come from New York.
See, he just got his skin thing. But the dude that be stalking me, Shy Franks, that white shit on the side of his mouth, trust me, it's crusty.
Well, they're just all over and come here to make
it. Because it's nut.
In music. And I say, well, you say this, but...
Hey, yo, Shy Franks, I would tell you to wipe that nut off your mouth, but, you know what I'm saying? You're going to need some water for that. You're going to really have to try to, like, put your mouth on the faucet for that one, bro.
It affect. Yes. They be like, man, I don't give a... They tell me it's all...
It's almost...
Dick sucking.
It's almost like, you know what it's almost like? You know how we got the Black bourgeoisie? Mm-hmm. They consider themselves above. They don't have to answer to nobody else. Right. They don't care how what they do affects the rest of us. The hip-hop community is almost a Black bourgeoisie of its own.
Right.
We don't see it as that because they act like they're from the hood. But think about it. They're not from the hood no more. They don't live there.
It's the people paying these drill rappers. A lot of people talk about how much music is destroyed to our community, but we aren't funding it.
Yeah, true. You understand?
Right.
They don't
fuck them rappers. Word. And fuck them people that pay them to go and do that shit.
Party there. Right. They damn sure don't spend their money there.
I don't let my kids go to none of that shit.
Right. So if you look at it, the hip-hop community is really the new bourgeoisie.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Think about it. They live in white neighborhoods. They all of them send their kids to...
Put them little niggas under insurance policy. Have them, you know what I mean? Sign the ones that's beefing. Fuck the ones that's throwing their fists in the air and all that other good shit. You know what I'm saying? Nah, we need these niggas that got beef with the other one. You know what I'm saying? So we can cash out on the insurance policy. Come on. Why the record label cash out, but mommy need a GoFundMe?
The white schools, man.
Name one of these niggas that had a funeral that didn't need to GoFundMe. These niggas got all the gold chains in the world, all the bricks of coke, all that shit. Helicopters flying around these videos. These niggas die. The fucking the record label cashes out.
They only act like they still from the hood to
And mommy need to GoFundMe.
stay relevant to selling music. Outside of that, they live in white lives. Like Travis Scott. They live in white lives.
Man,
Selling music. Outside of that, they live in white lives. Like Travis
who bought him this shirt? That's what I wanted to figure out. You know what I'm saying? And that chain.
Scott. They live in white.
Bet he got a whole stash of honey buns somewhere. He look like he ticklish.
Lives. For that, they live in white lives. Like Travis.
Tell me he don't look ticklish. Come on, man. Double tap screen. Get the likes up. Let's get the likes to 100.
Scott. They live in white lives. I said that's a great point.
Mike, what up, baby?
You still selling death and destruction to my kids, while your kids going to $30,000 a year privileged white school.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Dr. Umar is talking today.
That's what you call a trade.
Snake oil, though. Come on, let's get the votes up.
The hip hop community has betrayed Black America. So why does it still exist? Because of the money.
That's
Black
right.
people worship money and materialism. And
That's
since
right.
the hip hop artists can provide it, hip hop ain't gonna go nowhere. We claim to be Christian. No, we're not. We are idol worshipers. And the idol is money and merchandise. Most Black Christians are
Change, trinkets. You know what I'm saying? Bracelets, all that shit.
not Christians. Most Black Muslims are not Muslims. Most Black Hebrews, Seventh-day Adventists, evangelists, Episcopalians, most African spiritualists, no, they're not. They are idol worshipers. Look at how they live. I don't care what they profess. Look at how we live.
I swear, he looks ticklish.
Are we really
You tell me if you don't poke this dude on this,
worshiping God?
you can poke him on his arm, and he's gonna just crack up.
Or are we worshiping money?
Dr. Umar,
DBC though,
I got a challenge.
animal.
I got a challenge.
Introduce yourself to us, man.
It's Miles Jones. I'm back. I just want to challenge someone, just get a bit clarity for my own. When you say that hip hop isn't of the hood anymore, but hip hop has become this thing,
Now this is where this get interesting.
are we talking about the culture of hip hop, or are we talking about the industry of hip hop?
I'm talking about both, and I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah.
I don't like when we have conversations about the degenerative side of hip hop and members of the hip hop community, which we all are,
No Diddy.
will try to scapegoat the degeneracy as gangster rap.
You know what? Let me throw that in the poll. Do y'all miss Diddy? Do y'all miss Diddy? Take that.
Yeah.
And say that the culture of hip hop is something different.
Right.
That may be true. But you know what the problem is?
Man, I can't wait to Diddy choke somebody else out because I want to go viral again.
If that is true,
Yeah.
why don't those who claim to identify with the progressive side of hip hop do not hold accountable those who engage in the degenerative form of hip hop? In other words,
Go ahead.
take the BET Awards. And of course, BET on my white folks. We understand, right? But guess what? The positive and the negative are on showcase there.
I mean, be honest, man. Do you miss Diddy? I miss R. Kelly songs.
There's no delineation made.
Double tap the screen. Let's get the likes up to 100. Come on.
On all the hip hop platforms, the positive and the negative are on display. There's no delineation there.
I want to go diss niggas on my other channel. Hey, oh shit, Gemstone up in this
So
motherfucker.
if we want to make a delineation between what is hip hop and
I like Umar Johnson too, but I do think that he be scamming too much. You know what I'm saying? But the nigga is crazy smart.
what is not, we got to do it more than in a conversation with Dr. Umar. Because the question I would ask people is Jay-Z hip hop?
Yes.
Most people say yes. Well, look at the content of his music. Isn't that degenerate? Is Notorious B.I.G. hip hop? Look at the content of his music.
Okay, so this is why I'm with you. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So we can't call.
Dude with the braids ain't ready. I can see that already. You want to know why? Because anytime somebody put those type of earrings in their ear, and y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. They got some freaky shit going on.
A kettle black on Monday
Cam, what's up, baby?
and red on Tuesday. Either it's hip hop or it's not. And before you respond, let me give you an analysis to make it a little bit more clear.
See, he understands. See, this is what I'm trying to tell you, right?
Pop or it's not. And before you respond, let me give you an analysis to make it a little bit more clear.
See, he fucked with the ancestors, right? He fucked with the ancestors, but the thing is that a lot of people that fuck with the ancestors go wrong because they start to get greedy. Now, this guy right here is not made for this because this is what I'm trying to show you right here, y'all. What the fuck is that in his ear? You know what I'm saying? And then he got, and see, you know it's not a mistake because he did it in both ways. That's what I'm saying. When they do that to their ears, they're not ready for this type of conversation. No. You know what I'm saying? Respectfully.
Let's take the African American Muslim community.
Yes, sir. See, here we go.
And Christian community, right? There's brothers who go to
Let's wrap them up together. Double tap the screen. Let's get the lights up, y'all.
the masjid for Juma on Friday.
In the outside wilding. Friday, Saturday. Yeah.
And when you go to the email and say, that dude right there just took a life the other day. You let him for Friday prayer. You know what he gonna say? Then he's not living Islam. But if he's not living Islam, why the hell he in your masjid? Do you see what I'm saying?
That's a fake example.
You're looking for a way not to have to engage the negative elements because you ain't got the courage to step to them and shut that shit down. And that's what's happening.
Nah, but they do have people that's dedicated to shutting that shit down. Trust me when I tell you. But the regular people's not going to do it. Just like regular people in church is not going to just go tackle somebody down for cheating on their wife.
Hip hop, the conscious artists and those who claim that the gangster rap ain't really hip hop, why you ain't saying that to the gangster rappers? Why you ain't going to the BET Awards and saying no more nominations for negative content? If you disrespecting women, if you promoting violence, if you promoting irresponsibility, guess what? No more nominations for you. If that ain't hip hop, it ain't been done yet. Show me the accountability.
I think the accountability happens on multiple levels, but I don't think hip hop holds itself accountable. I agree with that. I agree with that 1,000%. I have a bit.
I have a boyfriend. That's what you meant to say. Double tap screen, get the lights up.
Video, where I discuss hip hop being in desperate need of a Me Too movement.
Yeah,
I talk about this.
Yeah.
I'm just trolling y'all. Don't take none of this shit personal because I know some of y'all watch my channel. Please don't take this personal. I'll bury your dumb ass.
You know, we've come across each other and stuff,
Yes, sir.
you know, through Charlotte.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, I'm always saying that. I think my problem is that
Yeah, because they'll see something I got to say. I'm calling them mooks and shit like that. Don't think that I'm really just. I didn't call none of y'all mook yet, but what I might. Who give a fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, don't target me because I called you mook. Well, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Just know. Anyway, sometimes it's hard to get through to people for the everyday people. For artists, they just don't give a fuck. All about money at the end of the day. Yeah, and once they get paid, they don't give a fuck. That's the whole fact, though. No responsibility. Nah, yeah. That's the design of it, you know? And people, you gotta understand, man, you know, it's like coming out and seeing a drug dealer make $10,000 in front of your fucking face while you're hungry. What you gonna do? Love's gonna get you. It's gonna get you. Love's gonna get you. What's gonna happen when you broke and you fucked up? Nigga, you gonna get with the set, nigga. You're gonna do exactly what's available for you.
when we sit as Black people or members of, Black people as members of the hip hop community, we can't allow outsiders, we can't allow people, and sometimes it's Black people that are outsiders too. Not every Black person is a participant or lives the hip hop culture. You may be a Black person, but the hip hop culture you may not subscribe to, right? So just because you're Black, I don't look at you for that, right? I need to know that you partake in the hip hop culture that you
subscribe like this is drugs.
Subscribe to the hip hop culture to have such not talking about you. You know what I'm saying when we're looking at that. Basically, so to say that, I say the degeneracy, saying that is a part of hip hop. I don't know if it is. I know it's a crime. I know that it is a byproduct of most times it's a byproduct of being poor and growing up in poor, underprivileged communities. Like you said, you're in political sciences. I know you've seen it. All the studies show that It's not a
Okay, I'm trying to figure out what you're trying to say, my nigga.
black crime problem. That crime is is when opportunity meets underserved communities. That's why
Okay, that's correct. That's what I just said.
when they talk about crime in black neighborhoods, why? Because that's where the most poor people are, right? Crime happens where there are poor people, where there are not opportunities, where opportunities are far and few between, right? So
It's not rain.
is it? Yeah, that is.
Go ahead, bro.
Oh yeah. So that's what I would say. I don't know that the degeneracy is a part of hip hop as much as it is a crime, but I wouldn't hold anybody in hip hop
It's those earrings for me, y'all.
so accountable for talking about a life they lived or a life they grew up witnessing.
Bro,
More than I-
land your point, man.
What's that, or-
Or prejudice. Our hip hop artists do not report their experience with
I swear that other guy on the left looks ticklish. Yo, he looks like he's just about to start laughing. Like if you give him.
our passion or prejudice. They report it with both passion and prejudice, and they glamorize and glorify it. To tell me that this is all I can rap about because this is all I've seen.
Wow.
When you're living in $1 million mansion and your kids go to a white school, that's a
That part, yeah. Talk to these niggas.
complete hypocrite.
I agree, but I would ask who still does that.
Who still does that?
All of them.
Like perfect example. You brought up
Who
Jay.
are the top 10 hip hop artists currently rapping right now? What is the content of their music
I would challenge that most of them are not rapping today. Or are you talking about all time?
right now?
Yeah, I would challenge that all 10 of them are probably not talking about anything good because that's not
They all talking about shooting niggas and just selling bricks and shit.
the most prevalent music right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Cool.
All right, so we're talking about trap.
You gonna hang your fucking cane on them ears.
I got this. You got Travis Scott.
What's
He
his content?
we don't know what he's saying, but he's not talking about hood shit. He's talking. He might be at most talking about like illicit drug use, but that's what he does.
But that's part of it.
He's the top 10 though.
He said top 10. What gangster rappers are top 10?
Kendrick
That's not what he said.
Overall,
He didn't have
just killed Drake.
that caveat.
Deal with both.
He said
Let's
both.
deal with the top 10.
And so if there's top 10, that's
That's all.
the top 10 of the people that are on.
Biggest,
Yeah, those are the biggest artists, and those are the people that are selling to the mass audience. I would say Travis Scott, he ain't rapping about that. Maybe Kendrick, but he has balance. Drake,
Yeah.
we all know when he talks that gangster shit, he's cosplaying, but
Yeah, but he talked against shit.
he does that. So he has some of
Who
that.
else?
Who would it be up there? Then Future.
Future talking gangster shit.
Talk the gangster shit.
Future talks the gangster shit. Who then
21 Savage talks the
21 talking gangster shit.
gangster
I
shit.
wouldn't say he's top 10.
Yes, he is. You know what I'm saying? The baby, gangster shit. Lil baby, gangster shit.
I would say he's top 10.
right now he's top 10 for sure.
Do y'all miss Diddy? Be honest.
Okay, boom, he's talking that gangster shit.
J. Cole,
He's not talking that gangster shit at all.
Right, I give Jay a pass.
Lil Uzi, no.
I don't think most of the
All I'm talking gangster shit.
country knows who Boss Man D-Lo is. He's sexy, red. I don't think most.
Why they letting that Fetty do? I'm Pat.
But you know what? Here's my rebuttal. And this is why I disagree.
I really want to know.
You can't pick and choose what you want to consider and not consider hip hop when it's all done under that umbrella and nothing publicly is being done to differentiate.
I think the umbrella is blackness,
Same thing with the Muslim.
not hip hop.
He in my mosque praying. He on the street killing. But when you come to me and ask me to hold him accountable, oh, he's not a good Muslim. But he's in your mosque though. So you're saying that ain't really hip hop, but they all at the BET Awards though. They all at the concerts. They all at the
Which is there to celebrate the work, not
You
the
see what
human.
you're doing? But you see what you're doing?
I'm just talking about I'm talking about the atmosphere.
Yeah, but you're being choosing, bro. When is hip hop
Mhm.
going to put some structure to the shit?
Let
me give you an example.
We're in
Let me give you an
agreement.
example.
Yeah.
Just like on the CDs, you know how they used to put parental advisory explicit lyrics?
Yes,
There needs to be
they still do that.
That's it, right. But there needs to be a stamp that says this is not hip hop. You see what I'm saying? And let me
Facts. I agree.
Oh, fuck you can't even say it. Yeah, just saying
My bad, my bad.
Tell you why
Somebody said shimmy, shimmy, y'all.
hip hop doesn't hold gangster rap accountable.
Why? Why? My bad.
Because they're the ones making the damn money. And nobody want to get cut out of being participally included in on that. Why nobody rebuked the NWA? Because look what they were selling.
They was getting money.
Nobody never stepped to Big or Jay or any of
Niggas with for attitude.
the artists who was into the gangster shit. Because they sell. Nobody want to be on the wrong side of making money. Money came first. It's the same reason why hip hop was sold out to the white industry. Because everybody cared about the money.
Right.
When we were selling hip hop out of our trunk and everybody was having fun, that's where it should have stayed. But niggas got thirsty for being rich and famous.
Wow.
And they sold it out like every other part of our culture got sold out.
Talk.
Music, dance, jazz. Hip hop ain't the only thing, but I'm just showing you.
It's just the most vocal and easy. The only time I have
Y'all can't be picking and choosing.
When you say big,
disingenuous, because y'all don't make no distinctions nowhere else.
when you say Big died at 24. We don't know where he would have.
I agree.
went.
You still got to take out the material. I'm a big fan.
I know that.
I'm just saying.
But
our
specific,
greatest artist.
Mhm.
There you go.
Specifically, when we talk about Jay,
Our
Jay's
greatest
not
artist.
rapping about. He's not rapping about being losing 92 bricks no more. He's rapping about art and wishing he would have made better choices.
60 now. But his first four albums was about what?
That was his access. That's where he was. If we're going to give them the room to grow.
But here we go. We go back to the journalist argument. They're not reporting what they written. That's something on record.
DJ Dirty Harry, Ghetto Heaven, Fistful of Dollars, 1996, Queens, New York sides A and B. Ah. Big shout out to my boy Lansky. A quick break. Heaven. Ghetto heaven. I need a little ghetto heaven. What? Oh man, I'm a fool. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Subscribe to my boy DJ Polo Rican or Polo Rican. Just that's it. Yeah. The thing, all the mixtapes, all your old school mixtapes is right here. You got the DJ Juice, the Wu-Tang joint. You got SNS. You got what you can call it, Dog Time, DJ Kid Capri, Big Mike, Star Child. Like I said, WAP, the Hustlers. Oh shit, they got the joint. What? Brucey B, 1990? Let me see what that look like. Fuck. Brucey B. Oh man, they got Triple C, Chubby Dub and Red Handed, 97, Bronx. What? It's called Polo Rican. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, let me get back to this. Snake oil.
Through neutrally like a journalist. They are celebrating and glorifying it. You understand? Look at all the rat beefs. They glorify and glamorize because conflict sells.
You benefit from your experience. And I'm talking about you. You benefit from your experience, everything you've studied, everything you've reached.
All right, later for these niggas. Yeah, that's that. You know, that's that. I want to get back to Kamala. Kamala.
We are in right now a fight for America's future.
I mean, as this woman discussed one issue.
Americans, this election is not only the most important of our lives, it is one of the most important in the life of our nation.
Yo, I still don't know what she's talking about, yo. And she came with all that dark on, right? She came in hot. That's a statement, y'all. All black. Come on, man. Normally they make what they rate? White and blue, right?
Ways, Donald Trump is an unserious man.
That's a statement, y'all. She went in there looking like that on purpose. That's a statement, y'all. Mind the major Baltimore, my brother.
But the consequences of putting Donald Trump back in the White House are extremely serious. Consider.
Oh shit, scripted.
Not only the chaos and calamity.
Look at that. Fear-mongering again. No policy. Just if you put Donald Trump in, sounds like the Bible almost. Like, you know what I mean? Fuck with God and your ass out of here.
When he was in office, but also the gravity of what has happened since he lost the last election. Donald Trump tried to throw away your votes.
My boy was chilling while y'all tried to convict him for 4 years.
He failed. He sent an armed mob to the United States Capitol.
More lies. You see the shit?
Law enforcement officers. When politicians.
Impossible. They talk about some shit from.
In his own party begged him to call off the mob and send help. He did the opposite. He fanned the flames. And now, for an entirely different set of crimes, he was found guilty of fraud by a jury of everyday Americans and separately found liable for committing sexual abuse. And consider what he intends to do.
Oh boy.
If we give him power again. Consider.
This is all lies and all fucking just propaganda.
His explicit intent.
Intentional propaganda.
To set free violent extremists who assaulted those law enforcement officers at the Capitol. His explicit intent to jail journalists, political opponents, and anyone he sees as the enemy.
They should be locked up.
Explicit intent to deploy our active duty military against our own citizens. Consider the power he will have, especially after the United States Supreme Court just ruled that he would be immune from criminal prosecution. Just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails and how he would use the immense powers of the presidency of the United States. Not to improve your life, not to strengthen our national security, but to serve the only client he has ever had, himself. And we know what a second Trump term would look like. It's all laid out in Project 2025, written by his closest advisors. And its sum total is to pull our country back to the past. But America, we are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back. We are not going back to when Donald Trump tried to cut Social Security and Medicare. We are not going back to when he tried to get rid of the Affordable Care Act, when insurance companies could deny people with pre-existing conditions. We are not going to let him eliminate the Department of Education that funds our public schools. We are not going to let him end programs like Head Start that provide preschool and childcare for our children. America, we are not going back. And we are charting a new way forward. Forward to a future with a strong and growing middle class, because we know a strong middle class has always been critical to America's success. And building that middle class will be a defining goal of my presidency. And I'll tell you, this is personal for me. The middle class is where I come from. My mother kept a strict budget. We lived within our means, yet we wanted for little. And she expected us to make the most of the opportunities that were available to us and to be grateful for them. Because
Convict Kamala, lying.
as she taught us, opportunity is not available to everyone. That's why we will create what I call an opportunity economy, an opportunity economy where everyone has the chance to compete and a chance to succeed. Whether you live in a rural
I don't even know why they're cheering for, because I'm really clueless right now.
area, small
I'm clueless.
town, or big city. And as president, I will bring together labor and workers and small business owners and entrepreneurs and American companies to create jobs, to grow our economy, and to lower the cost of
Why now? Y'all ain't been did the shit. Why now? Like, why do I believe this now?
everyday needs like healthcare and housing and groceries. We will provide access to capital for small business owners and entrepreneurs and founders. And we will
She ain't got no kids, y'all saying?
end America's housing shortage and protect Social Security and Medicare.
Auntie Kamala.
Now compare that to Donald Trump, because I think everyone here knows he doesn't actually fight for the middle class. Huh? He doesn't actually fight for the middle class. Instead, he fights for himself and his billionaire friends. And he will give them another round of tax breaks that will add up to $5 trillion to the national debt. And all the while, he intends to enact what in effect is a national sales tax, call it a Trump tax, that would raise prices on middle-class families by almost $4,000 a year. Well, instead of a Trump tax hike, we will pass a middle-class tax. Well,
What?
instead of a Trump tax.
Let me look at this crowd. I wouldn't hang out with none of these motherfuckers. I don't like none of these motherfuckers in this crowd. All of them got paid to be here.
Tax hike.
Every last one of them. Nobody looks happy about being there. But yet, if you listen to the crowd, you would think it's all smiles in there. If you listen to the crowd, you'll think it's all smiles. Show me one smile. Show me one smile. Look at this ugly motherfucker right here. Show me one smile. These people like they know something that we don't. I can't make this up. You don't see that in no Trump crowd. Everybody smiling ear to ear. This is a Democratic crowd. Look at that usher. Would you like wine, sir? They gotta get 1, 2 black people. Random Mexican dude, some dudes with some hard hats. Somebody got a fucking drink in the air. I can't make this shit up. Am I bugging? What is these faces reading like? And they look like they lined up almost. This is weird. Yo, I can't make this shit up, man. Am I bugging the fuck out, y'all? Just caught this. They're lined up. This is impossible that they're lined up that neatly. And why this bitch got that mask on? That's Kamala's mama. Low T man. Kamala is at a funeral. Am I bugging? Not a single one wearing a sanity pad on their ears. What the fuck am I looking at, y'all? Their faces, they're literally lined the fuck up this way. This shit is crazy. Am I bugging? Or am I doing too much micro analyzing? But I don't see one smiling face in this crowd. Let's go to the back. Let's see these poor bastards back there. They got fucking Starsky and Hutch back there. I don't see one smiling face in the whole entire crowd. This guy looks like he knows something that we just don't know. And maybe this little badge on his chest, I'm telling you, they paid these people to be there. These people were not willing participants to be there. Look how wild this girl, look at this random Indian woman. Who the fuck grandmother is this? She like a pocketbook. Yo, Draco, look at this shit. This bitch is texting somebody. She's texting AOC with a disheveled look. This one right here know what I'm doing. The one behind her, she looking right at me. She knew I was gonna come with this phone. Now look farther behind her. Hold up, you know what? Let me clean my screen off. Maybe I'm just bugging out. This motherfucker got thumbs down in the air. I'm just analyzing the crowd. I told you that's a drink in the air. What else we got in the air? No black fish? She's watching me, y'all. With those coked up eyes. Let's just take a look at everybody's eyes. Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. Can't even see them. Look at those concerning eyes. Look at those eyes. Look at the black guy. Nobody's happy in this crowd, but if you listen to the crowd, it sounds like they're all cheering. How they all cheering? And who lined them up? Hey, you're in A1. You're in A2. You're in A3, A4, A5, A6, 7, 8, 8, 80 fucking thousand with $1 billion at your arsenal. Look at these people back there. Just mad. I feel sorry for our country. Motherfuckers mad out here. This is what we up against, y'all, patriots.
We will pass a middle-class tax cut that will benefit more than 100 million Americans.
Smile now. Get the white guy. And just in case y'all don't know, they put money into this. Look at all this Kamala shit. Everything, all those signs that you're looking at is Kamala signs. Who gave them all of those things that look exactly alike? Who the fuck gave them that? We talking about how broke the economy is. They was giving them shits out free up in that joint for the free ski. They got $1 billion to spend on this shit. Trust me, man. Think about what I'm telling y'all. Look at all these poles and flags and shit. Who got that shit in their house? Name one of y'all that got a random big white pole with a Kamala sign on it. Those are quality poles too, no freaky. Look at them shits. They making sure the cameras see that.
I believe
And she went all black.
America cannot truly be
Symbolism. Watch. Watch. This was an exercise of power, y'all. You don't get it. We love Trump, but the media runs the elections.
prosperous unless Americans
Stop tracking on some dumb shit.
are fully able to make their own decisions about their own lives, especially on matters of heart and home.
I'm being
But tonight,
I'm being I'm being petty or I'm being childish. I'm being childish. You talking about me? Because if you talk about me, I'm just making an analysis. If you just think about what I'm saying. If you found a smiling face in that crowd that I just finished showing, then you should have said something. Feel sorry for your MAGA. Suck my dick. How about that, motherfucker? I'm gonna let the chat do what they do with you. You know what I'm saying? Suck my dick. I was trying to be nice to you. And that is a warden suit. And don't be mad at me because nobody was fucking smiling in this crowd. You probably sitting around fingering your...
in America, too many women are not able to make those decisions.
Feel sorry for your fucking mother, nigga. Fuck out of here, you clown. As a matter of fact, you know what? Get your ass up out of here. I mean, how do you... There you go.
And let's be clear about how we got here. Donald Trump handpicked members of the United States Supreme Court to take away reproductive freedom. And then
I got a little bit of patience. I wanted to shoot you earlier.
now
I just ain't have the time because I was in my mojo. You know what I mean?
he brags about it. In his words, quote, I did it and I'm proud.
You getting mad at me because I slowed the video down to show that wasn't one smiling face in the fucking crowd. And that motherfucker could show me one smiling face. It's a fact.
To have done it, end quote. Well, I'll tell you,
Viral
over
salute.
the past 2 years, I've traveled across our country, and women have told me their stories. Husbands and fathers have shared theirs. Stories of women miscarrying in a parking lot.
Maybe that's why y'all got portable abortion clinics outside the DNC.
Developing sepsis, losing
Incredible.
the ability to ever again have children. All because doctors are afraid they may go to jail for caring for their patients.
That's a lie.
Couples just trying to grow their family, cut off in the middle of IVF treatments.
Oh, boy.
Children who have survived sexual assault, potentially being forced to carry a pregnancy to term. This is what's happening in our country.
I'm surprised at y'all. Y'all don't miss Diddy?
Because of Donald Trump. And I understand
I'm ashamed of you.
done as a part of his agenda.
Oprah was in a color purple bag, but still not talking on Maui. Yeah, that bitch went up there on that big fat soapbox.
He and his allies would limit access to birth control.
They had to spend at least, about 100 million on just guess. They spent 70 million on security.
Ban medication abortion and enact a nationwide
Yeah, 70 million.
abortion ban with
They shot Trump and put 70 million into their security. I can't make this shit up.
or without Congress. And get this. He plans to create
That's the real number too. $70 million into the security for the DNC.
a national anti-abortion coordinator and force states to report on women's miscarriages and abortions. Simply put, they are out of their minds.
Why wouldn't you track that? I mean, the motherfuckers, the Nielsen report ratings just sent me $1 to report what the fuck we think about TV. So why wouldn't they report a fucking abortion? Probably because there's some shit we don't know about.
One must ask, why exactly is it that they don't trust women?
You see the narrative? See how you spin this?
Well, we trust women. We trust women.
Oh shit, I can see the slogan now. I can see the shirts at every Black Lives Matter rally. We trust women.
And when
Like we all ain't got mothers.
Congress passes a bill to restore reproductive freedom as President of the United
Now,
States.
mind you, reproductive freedom means the right to kill a baby. Reproductive freedom means the right to terminate a child's life. That's what it means. Let's not get twisted.
I will proudly sign it into law.
That because abortions look different to women than look to men. See, if men was to understand the reality of what y'all do when y'all go get them funky ass abortions, men will be less opposed to it. You feel me? I mean, excuse me, men will be more opposed to it. But women, they used to seeing all that. I don't know. Some women used to go in that chop shop. Some women, you know what I mean, probably did some unspeakable shit to get rid of a baby, a life. We don't know that. We fuck y'all and we put the baby in y'all. And when y'all gotta go go to the chop shop, aka the abortion clinic, most niggas just hoping that there's a bar around. Women gotta deal with the horror of that shit. Show some of these niggas what it looked like for a woman to have a miscarriage. You know what I'm saying? Because women hide their shit. They even hide their little, you know, you go to a woman's house, she have a little female situation. You never see it. You can be with a woman for 20 years. You'll see a big rolled up tissue or something like that somewhere. But you'll never see the crime. Unless she's just a nasty ass bitch. But for the most part, men don't have to experience nasty things that women go through. But maybe you need to show more men what it looked like. So niggas won't just be sliding dick on these women without no condom, sending them to the chop shop like that, man. Like that shit is cool. And they talking about messing their bodies up. Nigga, you messing your body up when y'all putting them IEDs in your body. This shit is causing y'all cancers and all type of shit, you know? Look at that. Let's show the baby. Pan to a baby. Where does baby get in this dangerous ass environment? It's 12 o'clock. And that baby probably got two daddies. It's crazy. Sad. Probably never tasted a titty yet.
In this election, many
Get that woman her baby back. That baby probably didn't even belong to him.
other fundamental
He look like look, that look like a Chinese baby. What is this 70-year-old man doing with this fucking healthy little Chinese baby? What the fuck? Don't y'all see this shit? This motherfucker got graves down his back. Women don't care either. They taking glizzies with the white cream on the ridges, smelling like sweat as long as they feel wanted. Mm-mm-mm. That's some cold shit right there, but it's true. The glizzies part. But this man right here, men should have the same reproductive freedom as women do. Yeah, we should be able to control whether these bitches have abortions or not. If she gets in, we're fucked. We are. Yeah, the glizzies part. But this man right here, they just giving babies to random white men. Like, yo, listen, here's one of them Chinese joints we got. Because that's a Chinese baby right there. See? Telling you, man. He getting paid for this shit. Look at that Chinese baby. I got a taste for rat already. Anyway, I'm being too hard. I'm surprised I still got this channel, y'all.
In this election, many other fundamental freedoms are at stake. The freedom to live safe from gun violence in our schools, communities, and places of worship. The freedom to love who you love openly.
No policy, just steam.
And with pride. The freedom
Hell yeah, Jason, salute.
to breathe clean air and drink clean water and live free from the
clean water and live free. We free. Everybody got clean water. Bro, get to the fucking shit, man. Stop playing with me, Kamala. Stop playing with me, man. We already got water. We don't need no more water. Fuck she talking about we need clean water. All you gotta do is go to Kroger, you get all the clean water you want. If you don't want to do it that way, go to Walmart, go get you a filter, throw it on your motherfucking sink, bow, $20, clean water for everybody. If you ain't got it, holler at me. I'll get you some clean water. Issue solved.
pollution that fuels the climate crisis. And the freedom that unlocks all the
Not the freedom, the fridge. We want more food in the refrigerator. We don't give a fuck about the climate right now.
and the freedom that unlocks all the others, the freedom to vote.
Bitch get on my nerves right now. And the freedom to vote. You mean the freedom to steal? These motherfuckers been robbing us, black people. Let me tell y'all something. Black people, y'all better wake up. When y'all think about slavery, when y'all think about babies getting fed to alligators, y'all better think about these motherfuckers right here, because these the ones that performed it. I just did a whole history lesson on the Civil War, how the war was started. These niggas was dead ass out here in America killing each other over slavery. Like, for real, the South was like, fuck that. Slavery's all good. All right? We not giving these niggas no guns neither. Because lest they uprise, like your man, Nat Turner. Nat Turner. They taught you about Frederick Douglass. They ain't teach you shit about Nat Turner. Let's go see about Nat Turner. Hold up. What Nat Turner was doing out here? Nat Turner. They said Nat Turner had a big black burner. But they didn't teach me about this. I learned about Nat Turner in jail. Nat Turner. On November 5th, Nat Turner was tried. Okay, Nat Turner. Let's see about Nat Turner with the black burner. Let's see if he really had a black burner. Nat Turner was born on October 2nd, 1800 in Southampton County, Virginia. The week before Jabril was hanged. While still a young child, Nat was overheard describing events that happened before he was born. This, along with his keen intelligence and other signs, marked him in the eyes of the people as a prophet intended for some great purpose, right? A deeply religious man, he, therefore, studiously avoided mixing in society and wrapped himself in mystery, devoting his time to fasting and praying, right? Well, let me tell you something about this nigga Nat Turner. Nat Turner went out and killed a bunch of white people. Now, I'm not saying that that's what I want to do, or I have intentions of some shit like that. And here's how he looked. Nat Turner with the black burner. Yeah. He did some wicked shit. They came and killed his ass, though. They got rid of him. All right, let me see what National Geographic say about him.
I was ordained for some great purpose in the hands of the Almighty.
Look how these guys' face looking.
Nat Turner was an enslaved African-American preacher who was born in 1800 and led a large-scale rebellion in 1831.
Nat Turner's ultimate goal is to end the system of slavery. He chose violence as his only option.
I always wanted to slap his face.
And the option, painful and bloody as it was, shook up the system.
Nat Turner was a mind-blowing
He was fucking Martin Luther King wife after he died.
experience.
So that person, that monster,
Yeah, I learned about this shit in jail. You know what I'm saying? That was Nat Turner, though. That was Nat Turner. Motherfucker gonna get mad because I showed him how these people was looking in the crowd. That's crazy.
With this election, we finally have the opportunity to pass the John Lewis Voting Rights Act and the freedom.
Oh, my bad. I meant to show Ike Turner. My bad. That was the wrong Turner. My bad, y'all. All of y'all niggas look like.
And let me be clear. After decades in law enforcement, I know the importance.
Hey, Modesty, you better tell that nigga leave me alone before I get bad. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. As long as he leave me alone, I ain't gonna say shit more. I ain't gonna see shit about you. Don't make me get bad on y'all. I go bad, I'm telling you.
Of safety and security, especially at our border. Last year, Joe and I brought together Democrats and conservative Republicans.
She give me cokehead vibes, I swear.
To write the strongest border bill in decades. The Border Patrol endorsed.
Don't you like one of them cokehead bitches that you hope to really get fiend out so you can fuck her? Like, she about to go bad. In a second, she gonna be knocking on my door trying to suck my.
But Donald Trump believes a border deal would hurt his campaign. So he ordered his allies in Congress.
I hope she never hear me. They gonna put me in jail.
To kill the deal. Well, I refuse to.
That Molly type shit, right? Yo, bro, when I used to be on that Molly, I used to feel like this. I used to feel like I used to have a big ass crowd. If you'd have gave me $600-700 million too, while I'm on that Molly, oh boy, I'd have performed for you motherfuckers. Oh yeah.
To play politics with our security, and here is my pledge to you.
I used to do some weird, wow shit. I used to word up. I used to look at my phone and just want to burn the phone and be like, damn, I did it already. You know what I'm saying? God seen me.
As president, I will bring back the bipartisan border.
Man, bring that Molly back. Because, yeah, that Molly will have you feeling like this, like you could run for president.
The security bill that he killed, and I will sign it into law.
That red dot on her head, I will vote for her. If she will be that real and just say, you know, just claim who the fuck she is, I throw the whole Trump train around away. If she just wear that red dot for me, I'll throw 10 years of this shit away right now.
I know.
For y'all, for Stacey Galore and Splash.
I know we can live up to our proud heritage as a nation of immigrants and reform our broken immigration system.
Word, Aki. She twerked that old fat monkey. Cause y'all seen the pictures of her, right? Watch.
We can.
She definitely got that monkey.
Create an earned pathway to citizenship and secure our border. And America, we must also be steadfast in advancing our security and values abroad. As Vice President, I have confronted threats to our security, negotiated with foreign leaders, strengthened our alliances, and engaged with our brave troops overseas. As Commander-in-Chief, I will ensure America always has the strongest, most lethal fighting force in
Bitch, shut up. Somebody got some explaining to do. Somebody got some explaining to do. What we doing? That thing looked flat back there. I don't know about that. Anyway.
the world. And I will fulfill our sacred obligation to care for our troops and their families, and I will always honor and never disparage their service and their sacrifice.
Not one thing about policy yet. She just bigged herself up the whole entire time and shitted on Trump. I'm appalled by this. Double tap screen. Let's get the lights up. Michelle is Mike, and I showed that picture yesterday.
I will make sure that we lead the world into the future on space and artificial intelligence, that America, not China, wins the competition for the 21st century, and that we strengthen, not abdicate, our global leadership. Trump, on the other hand, threatened to abandon NATO.
Lies.
He encouraged Putin to abandon our allies. So good. Russia could, quote, do whatever the hell they want. 5 days.
You see this bullshit? You see that? This is what I'm trying to say. All right, y'all want to play? Let's play. Let's fucking play. Watch this.
This was the first time America got to know Michelle.
Now, ABC is the one that cracked this. No, blame me.
As a very romantic, very connected couple. I remember speaking with the new president just moments after that iconic inaugural ball day.
Wait for it.
Mr. President, sounds good, doesn't it?
You know, it's got a certain ring to it.
But what led up to that golden moment for this couple wasn't always a fairy tale. In her book, Michelle Obama calls this part of her story Becoming Us, about the meeting.
What the fuck going on here, man? What the fuck going on there?
And marriage that would transform the trajectory of her life and challenge her in ways she would never expect.
You ready to talk about Barack? Who?
By age 25, Michelle had executed a meticulous game plan for achievement.
Anyway, let me get off this before I go down the rabbit hole.
Before Russia
or the whole rabbit.
attacked Ukraine, I met with President Zelensky to warn him about Russia's plan to invade. I helped mobilize a global response over 50 countries to defend against
She's bigging herself up for a whole fucking half hour.
Putin's aggression. And as president, I will stand strong with Ukraine and our NATO allies. With respect to the war in Gaza, President Biden and I are working around the clock because now is the time to get a hostage deal and a ceasefire deal done. And let me be clear. And let me be clear.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. These people out here is savage, man. Cause yo, look. These people, they're not playing fair, man. They're not playing fair. They saying this picture is fake. They saying this is the real picture. Come on, these people is petty. These people are fucking petty. I don't believe this. Oh shit, these people got the nerve. What the fuck? Yo, throw YouTube away, man. You know what? This shit should be illegal. The fuck are they doing out here, man? I'll be mad at, man. I'll be mad at this.
I will
I'll be
always
mad.
stand up for Israel's right to
Do y'all miss Diddy, though? I mean, for real, for real. Come on, man. I mean, bruh, it's past 1 o'clock. Y'all could be honest with me. It's Friday right now, right?
defend itself, and I will always ensure Israel has the ability to defend itself, because the people of Israel must
Show me Draco.
never again face the war.
3.5 years I haven't done one thing. Yeah, she had all the time in the fucking world to do something, ain't do shit, and now all of a sudden she gonna do everything. Fuck out of here, Kamala.
That a terrorist organization called Hamas caused on October 7th.
Double tap screen. That crowd is definitely AI. We already proved it. I showed the crowd. This dead ass crowd. All that yelling and all that loud shit they doing. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers is lined up like robots. Look. This is embarrassing. This whole shit was embarrassing.
Including unspeakable sexual violence and the massacre of young people at
Sexual violence and all this. This is what we fight for.
a music festival.
But defund the police. Don't you think there's gonna be more sexual violence?
At the same time, what has happened in Gaza over the past 10 months is devastating. So
All that rainbow.
many innocent lives lost. Desperate, hungry people fleeing for safety over and over again. The scale of suffering is heartbreaking.
You're right. So you're acknowledging she did nothing as a VP, so we're supposed to fucking promote her, all right?
President Biden and I are working to
Evict these people, man.
end this war such that Israel is secure, the hostages are released, the suffering in Gaza ends, and the Palestinian people can realize their right
Yes, she did, Alan.
to dignity,
Fuck you, Ben.
security, freedom, and self-determination.
Under watch. She sat by and watched it happen. That's a fact, Chelsea. I wonder if you got one of these Kamala things. Shit's going like hotcakes. Allegedly.
I will never hesitate to take whatever action is necessary to
Allegedly.
defend our forces and our interests against Iran and Iran-backed terrorists.
Oh, we back on that?
I will not cozy up to tyrants and dictators like Kim Jong-un who are rooting for Trump. Because, they know he is easy to manipulate.
If your YouTube channel is getting
Oh, boy, it's cokehead. I swear I'm convinced. I'm not even trolling when I say that. I think that like she's actively on cocaine. That's what I think. This is my opinion. Matt mean opinion. Excuse me.
And not from the Trump campaign? Cult of personality? Really?
Like it or not, Trump has offered deep policy specifics at a level that we have not heard from Kamala Harris. But I think the media has been covering for her absence of policy specifics in the same way they were covering for Biden's cognitive deficits for the course of 3 years.
They have no answer for Vivek. They have no answer.
Of course they don't.
Vivek Ramaswamy is still on his thug thistle. All right. I don't know why they keep bringing Vivek on like they're gonna
Word, you better leave him and J.D. Vance, them two motherfuckers right there. Or
some type of debate against him, like they're gonna make more logical sense that he can make. I mean, have they not been watching him on their own platform roast these?
Sage can't name one thing she did.
People, did they not watch the Breakfast Club? Do they not watch his campaign? I'm glad they're doing it. I'm glad they're doing it. But have they not been paying attention that
They smoked him on Breakfast Club.
Ramaswamy is one of the best? You thought that Barack Obama could speak. Vivek Ramaswamy can speak. He's very articulate. He got his thoughts lined out. He does a good job. I think he get a 90%. Barack Obama is
90's more than 90.
95. Barack Obama's a very good orator. He's a fraud, but he's a very good orator. I mean, I don't know if he's a fraud. Maybe he just believe all that communist stuff he's saying. But he's very good and charismatic. Vivek Ramaswamy is comparable to that. They think they're going to get a gotcha moment out of
Clueless
him, and it's not going to happen. And listen to their response, which you will see it in a second, Brother Clint.
We saw this in Politico. You did a 45-minute phone conversation, and some of the discussions you had with them, but were just like what you said here, and it does relate to what we heard.
Well, as a victim of stop and frisk, I could tell you, they put that shit in Chicago, the violence would go down quick.
Heard, I think, at the Democratic National Convention so far, where many of the speakers have said, and I'm sure you
I'm talking about really activate like how they did in New York.
disagree with them on policy, but it sounds like they're saying what you're saying, which is that you have
Turn New York right around.
to listen to what people are saying. And you feel like maybe you came in a little hot when you were running in the Republican primary.
Oh, look, I take a look at the presidential campaign. I often judge as a business leader, I've been by results. The reality is I came in with no name ID. Most people didn't know my name, let alone know how to pronounce it. I wasn't even expected to make the debate stage. I beat a vice president, multiple former U.S. senators and current senators and governors.
Facts.
So I'm proud of what we achieved. But at the same time, I didn't achieve my goal of receiving the nomination and being the next president. And one of my learnings from that campaign was that there's a lot of distractions along the way. There's a lot of things that will pull you off of your original purpose. Don't cede to that temptation. So as it relates to the race right now, which you bring up in the Democratic convention, I think one of the things that's missing in this race right now is a rigorous debate on policy.
There we go.
You do get a lot of Democratic criticism of Republicans and of Trump in particular, including even that clip of Bill Clinton that you played, that's built around a cult of personality. I see a little bit of projection right now. And right now we see a campaign that's built mostly around style rather than substance.
There we go.
And I do think Americans are going to be best served if this is an election built around competing policy visions for the future of the country. And I do think right now that's missing, for being very honest.
As opposed to a popularity contest that's being funded by y'all money.
From the Kamala Harris campaign and the Democratic.
A lot of dead people too.
Campaigns more generally.
And not from the Trump campaign, cult of
300,000 to be exact.
personality, really?
Well, look, that's why I bring it up. Like it or not, Trump has offered deep policy specifics, from everything from a vision for a cryptocurrency and digital assets framework, all the way to his specific proposals of what tariffs he would or wouldn't impose, a clear position on how to end the Russia-Ukraine conflict, a clear position on mass deportations in this country, and exactly what he would do to seal that southern border.
Welcome to
You may or may not agree with the policy.
I almost heard that. No disrespect to my nigga.
All the way to his specific proposals of what tariffs he would or wouldn't impose, a clear position on how to end the Russia-Ukraine conflict.
Deportation. See, that's what it was. It was that deportations. He almost had me.
To end the Russia-Ukraine conflict, a clear position on mass deportations in this country.
Deportation. See, he almost had me. Yo, this is my guy though. This is my guy. But that deportation, gotta fix that. Some American shit I'm talking about. You feel me? The deportation, you gotta chill.
And exactly what he would do to seal that southern border. You may or may not
border. What they did? He just messed up
policies. But he has offered
I'm trolling.
Policy specifics at a
deportation border
level that we have not heard from Kamala Harris. And I do say,
oh boy, he's bad. If anybody was gonna run, he's the one.
one.
I think it's accurate to say this. I think right now, so far, in her campaign, it's early, but I think the media has been covering for her absence of policies.
Yeah, it's the audio. It's the audio. Deportation. Let me see. Let me go back one more time. Deportation and border.
See specifics from everything from a vision for a cryptocurrency and digital assets framework all the way to his specific proposals of what tariffs he would or wouldn't impose, a clear position on how to end the Russia-Ukraine conflict, a clear position on mass deportations in this
it's the audio.
Country, and exactly what he would do
I fuck with Eric.
to seal that southern border. You may or may not agree with the policies, but he has offered policy specifics at a level that we have not heard from Kamala Harris. And I do say this, I think it's accurate to say this. I think right now, so far, in her campaign, it's early, but I think the media has been covering for her absence of policy specifics in this.
Oh, pick up the audio. Pick up the audio. Match up deportation. That was me that said that. Oh, the audio's low. Deportations. That's what I said. I said deportations. It says I've been live for 2 minutes. Deportations.
The same way they were.
Can you have me say deportations? Type 1 if you can hear me say deportations and border. What's this button for? Retouch on. Retouch off. Retouch on. Okay. Retouch on. Retouch off. Retouch on. Deportations. I didn't even know what that button was for. How was she the nominee for Democratic Party, but she never went through a primary election? Oh my God. This is what I'm trying to figure out. I just can't figure none of this shit out. This is really deportations. Deportations. All right, let me get out of here. It says I've been live for 2 minutes. No, 3 minutes and 17 seconds. I do not believe that. Let me end this poll.
We're covering for Biden's cognitive deficits for the course of 3 years.
Oops, my bad.
And I do think Americans are left off worse as voters when we don't get those hard answers. So my advice to voters across the country would be, assume that her positions are what they were when she ran for U.S. president in 2020. That wasn't a long time ago. And if so, we ought to be having a debate about abolishing private health insurance, about taxes on unrealized capital gains, about the Green New Deal. That's the debate we need to be having, but we're not. And I think Americans are less well served as a consequence.
People are lying in the chat. I'm gonna just tell you now, man. I had do y'all miss Diddy? And 85% of the people out of 181 votes say they don't miss Diddy. I think they fucking lying.
They have no response. When I say listen to their response, they have no response. Because they are shielding from.
I gotta get out of here. Good night, people, man. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.